Once upon a time, in a quiet little town, there was a beautiful green park. In the middle of the park, surrounded by tall trees and colorful flowers, stood a simple wooden bench. This bench was a peaceful place. Older people sat there to read newspapers, mothers sat there to watch their young children play, and birds often landed on its backrest to sing sweet songs in the morning. One sunny afternoon, a 10-year-old boy named Alan walked into the park. Alan was new in town. His family had just moved to this neighborhood 2 weeks ago because of his father's new job. Everything felt unfamiliar to Alan. He did not know the streets, he did not know the shops, and most importantly, he did not have any friends yet. Alan was a quiet and shy boy. He loved peaceful places. He walked slowly toward the wooden bench and sat down at the very edge, resting his hands on his knees as he looked around the park. Every single day after finishing his homework, Alan would walk to the park and sit on that exact same wooden bench. He watched other children running around, laughing and playing tag on the green grass. He saw 2 boys kicking a soccer ball together and a group of girls riding their bicycles down the paved path. Alan wished he could join them. He wanted to say hello, but his heart beat too fast whenever he thought about walking up to strangers. "They already have their own friends," Alan whispered softly to himself, looking down at the ground. "They probably don't need a new friend like me." So, Alan stayed on his bench. He watched the birds in the sky, the flowers near the path, and the old fountain in the center of the park. To Alan, the wooden bench felt like a safe island in the middle of a big ocean. It protected him, but it also kept him apart from everyone else. One warm Saturday afternoon, the sun was beginning to drop lower in the sky, painting the clouds in soft shades of orange and gold. The park was slowly becoming quiet as families started heading home for dinner. Alan sat in his usual spot at the edge of the wooden bench, enjoying the cool breeze. Suddenly, Alan heard the sound of footsteps crunching on the gravel path nearby. He looked up. A boy about his age was walking toward the bench, looking a bit tired, as if he had just finished playing sports all afternoon. The boy was wearing a red cap. His name was Max. Max lived just 2 houses down from the park and was known by everyone as one of the friendliest kids in the neighborhood. Max walked right up to the wooden bench, letting out a long breath of relief. He wiped his forehead with his sleeve, and then he noticed Alan sitting quietly at the corner of the bench. Alan froze. He pulled his hands back, feeling a bit nervous as someone stood right next to his safe spot. Instead of walking past, Max smiled warmly at Alan. "Phew, what a busy afternoon," Max said with a light laugh. "Mind if I sit down here for a minute? This is the best spot in the park to catch the evening breeze." Alan blinked in surprise. No one his age had ever asked to share this bench with him before. "Sure," Alan replied in a soft, shy voice, moving his bag slightly to give Max more room. Max sat down on the wooden bench right next to Alan. He leaned back and let out a happy as he looked out at the golden sunset shining through the trees. "My name is Max," the boy said, turning his head to look at Alan with a friendly grin. "I'm Alan," he answered quietly. "I just moved here 2 weeks ago." "I knew I hadn't seen you around," Max exclaimed cheerfully. "Welcome to our town, Alan. You know, I always stop by this bench when I'm tired of running around. It's the quietest place to just sit and relax." Alan looked at Max, feeling the tension in his shoulders slowly fade away. "I like it here because it's peaceful," Alan shared gently. "Right?" Max agreed enthusiastically. "You get the best view of the whole park from right here." For the next hour, As the sky turned from orange to deep purple, Alan and Max sat together on the wooden bench. They did not need any toys or complex games. They simply talked. Max told Alan about the local school, the best places to ride a bicycle, and the fun games the neighborhood kids played every weekend. In return, Alan slowly opened up, talking about his old hometown and how much he loved the peaceful parks here. "You know what?" Max said, turning to Alan with a bright look in his eyes. "You should come down to the main lawn tomorrow afternoon. A few of us are planning to build a small wooden fort near the stream, and we'd love to have you join us." Alan felt a warm wave of happiness wash over his heart. A real, genuine smile spread across his face. "I'd love to come," Alan said happily. For the first time since moving to this new town, Alan did not feel like an outsider anymore. The wooden bench was no longer a place to hide from the world. It had become the place where a wonderful new friendship began. When the sun finally dipped below the horizon and the first stars appeared in the evening sky, the two boys stood up from the bench. They dusted off their clothes and started walking home side by side. Alan looked back one last time at the wooden bench silhouetted against the twilight sky. A few hours ago, that bench felt like an island of loneliness. But now, it was the shared bench, a symbol of a warm, beautiful beginning. "See you tomorrow at the park, Alan," Max called out with a wave as they reached the park gates. "See you tomorrow, Max," Alan called back, waving with a bright smile. From that special evening on, Alan never had to sit alone on the wooden bench again. And whenever someone new moved to the neighborhood, Alan and Max were always the first to walk over, offer a warm smile, and invite them to share the seat. How often do we build a quiet wall around ourselves when we feel out of place? How often do we sit at the edge, watching others live their lives, while we stay safely hidden in our own little corner? It is comfortable to stay in our safe spots. But true connection only happens when we are willing to let someone into our space, or when we have the courage to step into theirs. Max did not bring any grand gifts to the bench. He did not ask Alan to change who he was. All he did was walk up, ask to share a seat, and start a warm conversation. A quiet moment spent together can break down years of hesitation. Today, look around you. Is there someone sitting alone on the edge? Walk over, take a seat next to them, and offer a simple, warm greeting. You might just turn a lonely corner into a place where a lifelong friendship begins.